But don't forget that we're all just like Gehazi. And we can all get trapped on the same destructive path that he followed. And it begins when a desire becomes more powerful than it should in our lives. And it doesn't matter if that desire is inherently wrong or perfectly legitimate. When it begins to take control of us, we're on the path that Gehazi followed. Jesus talked about this in Matthew 6, and the context was specifically about money, but it applies more broadly. It says, the eye is the lamp of the body. If your eyes are healthy, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eyes are unhealthy, your whole body will be full of darkness. If then the light within you is darkness, how great is that darkness? Jesus is not talking ophthalmology here. He's talking about how we perceive, the things we desire, the things we set our eyes upon in this life. And if they're good, that's healthy. If they're bad, even good things, when they can become bad for us, that they bring that darkness into us, and how great that darkness will be. When desires take control, they become more than they should. And the next step for us is that we soon see a list of sins developing, because we become willing to do whatever it takes to satisfy that desire. We'll make excuses for the actions. We'll rationalize away the wrongness. We'll ignore the hurt that we cause others, because all that matters is whatever that desire is. We've traveled further down the path towards the inevitable conclusion. And friends, there is no magical happy ending as we follow this path. It's not like, oh, I was really consumed with greed. Oh, and then I stole a bunch of money, and now everyone really is happy. And it worked out great. There's no magical turnaround. There's no magical happy ending when we follow this path. It always leads to death and loss. And it may be a physical loss of health, maybe career, maybe material goods. Maybe it's an emotional loss. The joy, the happiness, the peace that we can have is not there. Maybe it's an emotional, Maybe it's relational loss, friends, family members that have faded away because out of neglect, the hurt that you've caused them. Maybe it's a spiritual loss. Your relationship with God, your connection within a church body. Whatever it may be, desires that take control lead to sin, and that sin will always lead to death, and unchecked sin will destroy us.